Hercules is a 2014 film that I just got back from a screening for. This is directed by Brett Ratner, and it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Now, before I get into the plot and what this movie is about, this movie coming out is interesting for a couple different reasons. One is it's the second Hercules film that we're getting this year, which is funny because before this year, when was the last Hercules-related thing that we got? Besides that animated film in the 90s or the Hercules TV show. It feels like it's been so long since we've gotten anything Hercules. To get 2 movies about the guy in 1 year is like, really? Did we need that? But then in comparison, that first film doesn't hold a candle to what this one is. Not because of the story or anything like that. It's just because that first film was almost like a joke. This movie, though, has a bigger budget. There's a lot more behind it, a lot more action, so it should automatically mean it's better, right? Well, let's talk about it. Because I didn't love this movie. And it wasn't like I was really looking forward to it before I saw it. I just kind of thought, alright, let's see how this is. And I think the best thing about the film is definitely The Rock. The Rock, I can't think of a movie where he was necessarily bad in, but he definitely is the best thing about this film. He has that natural presence to the screen. He plays a good leading man. Just you buy him as a hero, even though Hercules is now Samoan. But hey, why not? Again, he's huge. He's jacked. And when you see him with the long hair, and even the moments whenever he's about to go into battle, and he literally puts on the head of a lion that he killed on, almost like a superhero costume, he does look badass. And the action throughout the film is pretty decent as well. And the reason why I just say decent and not like great is because the first half of this film, I wasn't emotionally there. There was a disconnect where I didn't care really about anything that was going on screen. It was just action upon action and little backstory stuff. I just thought, alright, they're just telling me this information, bits and pieces here and there, but I don't feel any weight with these characters. I don't really feel any connection to these characters. A lot of these people, like the warriors that are in Hercules' group, they're sort of archetypes, and they sort of just fill the roles that they have to, but you never really get to know any of them. And the first half of the film, like I said, it's really Hercules and his group of people. They're put up for hire to stop this group who apparently came into this land and burned down these houses and killed people. So he's just basically collecting payment to take care of this. So again, that first half was just some battles, Hercules training different warriors to try to be better fighters. But then there came a point where we finally got a villain. Finally, because again, we didn't have a face villain in this movie. And I'm not going to say that the villain that we got was all that ominous or all that threatening for Hercules himself. But it did make me go, alright, at least I know now what the story is. At least I know where they're going to go with the story. The special effects were decent. I mean, yeah, bits and pieces of CGI that I didn't really care for. But how are you going to do these big giant creatures and the animals that Hercules has to fight? I did see it in IMAX 3D, so that was a plus because the 3D was used up pretty well in the action stuff. It does make you think, though, if you ever did watch it just on DVD or non-3D, that it would be pretty silly, all the stuff flying at the screen. The humor in this film was there, but none of it really made me laugh. I mean, maybe I got like 2 chuckles throughout it. But the two guys next to me, they must have taken laughing gas before the film because they laughed at every single part they were supposed to. I swear this was their favorite movie of the year. I don't really know what I was expecting. It wasn't like I was expecting this long, big, epic tale of Hercules, because even this movie sort of gets his backstory out of the way in the first 5 minutes, and it's just like, alright, here we go. I think for what it is, it's a decent sort of action summer film. You're not really going to get a whole lot out of it. You're probably going to forget it as soon as you watch it. But my rating for Hercules, I'll give it a low matinee. And that's really just because the action looks good. Brett Ratner, who directed it, I really don't like him as a director. He's made a lot of movies that have just pissed me off and make me go, how does he still get work? It's probably because he plays it safe. And I think that's what he did with this movie. Nothing really too special, nothing really too terrible either. It's just kind of a safe, big budget action film. Anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below if you have any interest in seeing Hercules. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Later!